Welcome to Wall Street Sizing Up. We're glad you're here. Today is a very interesting show. Storage wars shouldn't be ignored. In one direction, story of my life, and options. Let's hit the stock market.
Say what?
I mean the casino. Again, we're glad you're here. Thank you for joining the channel today. It's going to be a very interesting one, especially this first stock. We are going to the biotech industry. That's right, the biotech industry.
I got him. Woo! And he's hissing. I will get fatty styles.
ARCT. ARCT is your ticker. Arcturus Therapeutics Holdings. You're going to love this one. Clearly, biotech, clearly doing God's work. Got a $1 billion market cap. They were founded in 2013. They trade about 750,000 shares a day. A little low, but here's what we found out. If you go to biopharmcatalyst.com, which I told you about, where you can find all the biopharmaceutical news, what the PDUFA date is, things of that ilk, you can see that they released a Globe Newswire PR. And that press release says, focus on the development of infectious diseases, vaccines, and significant opportunities within the liver and respiratory rare diseases. That's what they do. Can you say COVID-19? Because that's what's coming. They did an in-depth assessment, yada, 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 following a single-shot vaccination in mice, and shows that lunar COVID-19, ARCT-0211, produced robust antibody responses with neutralizing antibody titers increasing up to 60 days. What that means to you and me is that it's working. They actually have a drug, or a shot in this case, that activates the anti-immune system to fight off COVID-19. So, but what's really driving this stock? Well, first of all, let's go back to this. Where did our guy size up at? Now, this is some dark arts in this chart for sure. But if you look where our guy sized up September 1st, this guy's name's Arthur Cohen. He is not related to Steve Cohen of .72. You think they were. But the funny thing is, he did work for him at the SAC that became .72. So you know, he might dabble in that LinkedIn lion, pull the chairman aside, if you know what I mean.
You can ask me anything, Dave.
Do you pee and poo?
You've heard the stories, huh?
Sized up on September 1st with a $60 million position. Let's see what these guys, you can see what they do. Launched Healthcor right after they left SAC, aka Steve Cohen's, at the time, hedge fund. Launched its long-short equity hedge fund strategies. You can go through. Clearly, they're all about biotech and life sciences. There's that beautiful man right there. You can read all about him. That's what they focus on, is the biotech industry. But here's what's interesting about the stock. So he sized up, again, on the first $60 million position. He's made about 1% to 2%. But here's what he's waiting on. Let's go to little Yahoo News. Off of finviz.com, I found this. Investors in Arcturus Therapeutics Holdings, ARCT, need to pay close attention to stock based on moves in the options market. That is because on the September 18th, which will be the day after I release this video, on September 18th, which is a Friday, the 2020 $75 call had some of the highest implied volatility of all equity options they've seen in that day and to date since the past month. What is implied volatility? Implied volatility shows how much movement the market is expecting in the future. Options with high levels of implied volatility suggest that investors in the underlying stocks are expecting a big move in one direction. Again, story of my life, right? So he sizes up here, Mr. Art Cohen. He has not got a return yet. I think that he expects very, very good news. And that is what we're banking on. I am going 3.5 cash bags. 3.5 cash bags. It's a weak bell, but 3.5 cash bags. and I expect this stock to go to the upside. Again, once you hear this video, you need to get in on it. This is going to come out on a Thursday, and the news catalyst comes out on Friday. Let's go onward to the next stock. Our next stock is TRMD. You see on the screen there, TRMD is the ticker, or Torm Plc. You see what they do: engages in the ownership and operation of product tankers. That is, in tankers as in ships, as in...
Dad says...
You sank my battleship.
Battleship and electronic battleship from Milton Bradley.
The firm transports refined oil products such as gasoline, jet fuel, kerosene, yada, yada, yada. You get it. Here's what's important about what I want to show you here. It's got a $500 million market cap, right? It does not have great upside. It only trades about 60,000 shares a day, very, very low. The charts are not what makes this interesting, although it did go up, it's gone up 7% in a week. Our sized up investor got in right here on the 9th, kind of bought the dip, if you would, but I don't know if I'd really call him an investor, because he is Mr. Howard Marks of Oaktree Capital Group. They have been in Torm since 2018. He's only got about a 4 to 5% return since he bought the dip. He sized up again on the 9th with another 1.5 million shares, again owning 71%, $350 million position. So why are we even talking about this, right? Like, if you look at the charts, not interesting at all. Some very aggressive twerking, not what we're after here. So what we are after is, what's the real story? Well, let's look at Howard Marks first. All you need to know, this is from their website, their phenomenal website here. Out of favor assets offer opportunity to make big money, says billionaire investor Howard Marks. He's been at this, well, he's 74 years old. He's been at this for about 50 years. Now, if you look at his Wikipedia page, this is where the social proof comes in. He's the largest investor in distressed securities worldwide. I am not saying that TRMD is distressed. It is down because the oil and gas sector is down. The energy sector is down, right? So it's not distressed yet at least, right? But here's the thing. If you look at what I've highlighted, according to Warren Buffett, maybe the greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett, when I see memos from Howard Marks in my mail, they're the first thing I open and read. I always learn something, and that goes double for his book. That means the stocks that he's holding must be undervalued, right? He's a value player. Not saying he's long term, but in this one, look what we found. Again, he is the chairman, he is the CEO. Howard Marks runs this company as he essentially owns it, right? 71%. So what makes it interesting is this company, Torm, has $700 million of debt on the company, right? $700 million in debt. But the book value of the ships or the fleet is $1.7 billion. That means if you back out the debt, you have a book value in equity of 1.1 or $1 billion. $1 billion in assets. Let's go back to what it's worth. What's it say here? That's right, $500 million. Howard Marks could dismantle this company today and get a 2x.
Damn!
Right? So that's interesting in itself. As far as a short-term play, no. But let's get even more interesting. This company, TRMD, they voted for an ordinary dividend equivalent to the USD of 85 cents per share. Okay? That's for 6 months. Now, if you double that, what will TRMD give you as a return? You see it on the screen, 25%.
Damn!
25%. You're earning $1.70, $1.80 on a $7 stock per year. Not bad. And it's an undervalued stock. So here's the thing, guys. I'm not a big energy sector guy at all, right? Clearly it's down. It may be down for 6 months. It might be down for a year. It might be down longer than that. My point here is that short-term swing trade, it's not even a cash bag. It's a zero. What it is a long-term play. Mr. Howard Marks here, probably not going to lose you money. Again, do your own research on both of the stocks that I've said today. But Howard Marks is probably not going to lose you money because he's been doing it for a long time. He invested in distress. I'm not saying this is distressed yet, but if it were to become, it's trading at half its book value. Half. So instead of it being $7, it's probably worth $14. But here's the thing, you get a 25% dividend. Where are you going to find that at? In stocks right now. It's very, very tough. You're not getting the upside in the stock, you're getting the upside in the dividend yield. Well, good day, good evening, and whatever time it may be. We hope you enjoyed that video as much as we enjoyed making it. Please hit the like or the subscribe or leave a comment because we love that feedback. And you know what we say. At the casino, you got to watch your six and you go hard in the paint, guys. Cheers. We'll see you next time.